Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Lost Odyssey walkthrough. We are trapped somewhere. Oh, I can't equip or anything right now. I wanted to check out that circlet, but... Alright, Kime recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. Alright, let's dream. They live in shells. He is in darkness. Unlike the darkness of night, it is enclosed, devoid of depth or expanse. He hears a heavy door slowly rumbling open. A shaft of light shoots in, but it is not so well defined as that. To eyes accustomed to nothing but darkness, however, the faint gleam feels like a shower of sparks. "Stop this, please, I beg of you. Let me go." A young man's screams echo through the emptiness. No voice answers him. Crouching in the darkness, Kime counts the footsteps. 3 men have come in. The disorderly footsteps probably belong to the young man. The other 2 are perfectly regular. "Please, I'm begging you. If it's money you want, I'll get you all you could ask for on the outside. I promise I won't forget to show my thanks to you. Please." The only reply of the 2 men who have brought the young one here is the clunk of an iron lock opening. "No, no, please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything you want. Anything." A dull thud is the sound of flesh tearing, bone wrenching. Someone collapses on the floor, a strangled scream, the clunk of an iron lock closing. Kime knows the young man has been thrown into the shell diagonally opposite his own. When you are locked into one of these windowless shells, your heart becomes acutely sensitive. "Don't do this. Let me out of here, please. Let me out of here." From the sound of the voice, Kime can imagine a young man's face with boyish traces. A small-time hoodlum, hardly a step above a teenage gang member. When he was still on the streets, no doubt, he used to swagger down the sidewalk, his cunning but cowardly eyes darting every which way. The 2 men who brought him maintain their silence to the end, their footsteps moving off together. The heavy door opens and closes again. Left alone in the darkness, the young man howls his entreaties for a time. But when he realizes they will do no good, he shouts himself hoarse, spitting out one curse after another until he begins to sob. "Quiet down there," an old man calls out from one of the inner shells. "It won't do you any good to make a fuss. Time to give up, sonny." This is the voice of the oldest man living in the dozen or so shells lined up in the darkness. He was already here when Kime was sent to this place. It was always his role to quiet and comfort the obstreperous newcomers. "If you've got time to bawl like that, keep your eyes closed." "Huh?" "Just make sure you keep sucking on your memories of the outside like a piece of candy." Sounds of suppressed laughter come from the surrounding shells. Kime joins in with a smile and a sigh. All the shells in the dark are supposedly full, but few of their inhabitants are laughing. Most of them have lost the strength to laugh. "Hey, Sonny." The old man continues in his role as advisor to the newcomer. "No point making a fuss. Just calm down and accept your fate. Otherwise..." And here a note of intensity enters the old man's voice. "They'll just drag you out of here feet first." This is exactly what happened yesterday to the former inhabitant of the young man's shell. He had been screaming on and off for a day. Then came a day of banging his head against the shell wall, then nothing, until he was dragged out in silence. "So, get a hold of yourself, Sonny. Don't let the darkness swallow you up. Close your eyes and imagine nice scenery from the outside. The bigger the better, the ocean or the sky or some huge field of grass. Remember, imagine. That's the only way to survive this place." This was the advice he always gave to newcomers. But the young man screamed tearfully, "Who the hell do you think you're kidding? Survive this place? And then what? I know what this place is. No exit, prison. They throw the lifers in here, give them just enough food to keep them alive, and in the end they kick the bucket anyway. Am I right? There's nothing left to hope for. His shouts turn to sobs again. This is the reaction of most of the newcomers, nor are they mistaken. This is a prison. Each of the shells is a solitary cell with bars, and the sun shines on a prisoner only on the day of his funeral. Everybody dies, sonnies, that's for sure. You can't let your mind go before your body does. Hope doesn't have to fade unless you throw it out yourself, the old man goes on softly. Then he adds with feeling, the system we live under can't last much longer either. The old man is a political prisoner, a leader of the anti-government faction. He long resisted the dictatorship until he finally lost his struggle and was imprisoned. The young man has no ears for the old man's words, however. He continues thrashing on the floor and crying. This fellow won't be in his shell much longer than his predecessor. In a few days, or less than a month at best, he will go to pieces. The darkness is that powerful. Depriving a prisoner of light is far crueler than taking his life in an instant. My, the old man reflects. This fellow's not going to do us much good in a prison break. The old revolutionary laughs. It might be a genuine laugh or a bold front, but in any case, no one laughs in response. Tomorrow morning, or rather, since there is no clear-cut morning in the darkness, after they go to sleep, wake up, and have their next meal, another cold corpse will be dragged out wordlessly from another shell. Hey, listen. How many of us are here now? The old revolutionary asks. Answer if you can hear me. I can hear you, Kime says. His was the only voice. Man, this is bad. We were full up a little while ago. The old man gives a dry chuckle. Kime asks, I wonder if something happened out there. Maybe so, answers the old revolutionary. If you ask me, this would be about the right time for a coup d'etat or a revolution. My boys aren't going to keep quiet much longer. What was your name again? Kime? Have you noticed what's happening? How there used to be a lot more guys getting thrown in here until a little while ago? And most of them are real nobodies, not worth sentencing to life. Sure. The young man was one of them, nothing but a small-time crook. It just so happened that the storehouse he broke into belonged to a rich man with ties to a powerful politician. This was the only reason why they put him in a shell. The shells always used to be full. They would throw a bunch of men in here and they would die, and then the new men would come and they would die. The young man was one of those. The terror of being enveloped in darkness was too much for him. He went to pieces. He was apparently having hallucinations at the end. I'm coming, Mama, I'm coming. Wait for me, please. Mama. He repeated over and over like a child. Where are you, Mama? Here? Are you here? And he gouged his own eyes out with his bare hands. Feared things were getting pretty scary out there. The cops losing control, so the government was really starting to crack down, which is why these shells were always full. This is what brought the young man here. Blood streaming from his eye sockets, he died muttering in snatches. What did I do? Everybody knows damn well there are plenty of men way worse than me. But now the place is empty. Do you know what that means, Kime? Sure, there's so much crime out there now that the government can't suppress it. You got it. The whole royal family might be strung up by now for all we know. It's a revolution. It will happen any day now. That means you and I will get out of here. My boys will come get us. Just hang in there a little while longer. Kime nods in silence. The old revolutionary goes on. You're strong, Kime. Not many guys could stay as calm as you, thrown into a shell and enveloped in darkness like this. Not even Kime can explain it. It is true that he was strangely calm when they put him in the shell. The darkness was something he seemed to recognize as a distant memory. In the distant past, he too may have tasted the anguish of the outer shell inhabitants so tortured by the fear of being sealed in darkness. How are you so tough mentally, Kime? Does it mean you, too, are a revolutionary? No, not me. His crime is hardly worth talking about. He resisted somewhat under questioning when they brought him in as a suspect, and for that he was branded a rebel and thrown into a shell. The old man is probably right, though. The country's dictatorship is almost certainly in its last days. It won't be long now. We'll be back in the real world before we know it. I have hope right in here, and will stay here until I abandon it myself. The old revolutionary mutters as if trying to convince himself. Prison falls soon afterward. Armed young men come charging into the darkness and open the shell's barred doors. Embraced by his boys, the old revolutionary goes out. "Wait!" Kime cries, trying to hold him back, but he is too late. Anxious to see the new world following the destruction of the old system, the old revolutionary steps outside and opens his eyes. It is evening. Though the sun is nearly down, its light is still strong enough to burn eyes accustomed to total darkness. The old revolutionary presses his hands to his eyes and, with a groan, crumples to his knees. Kime has saved himself by shielding his eyes with his arm. Not even he knows what caused him to do this. Could distant memories have taught him that the truly frightening thing about punishment by darkness is what happens after the release from prison? When could I have been imprisoned and where? More important, how long have I been on this endless journey? With bleeding eyes surrounded on the ground by his boys, the old revolutionary searches for Kime. "I came all this way, Kime, only to make one terrible mistake at the bitter end. My eyes are probably useless now." This is precisely why he asks Kime for one last favor. "Tell me, Kime, what is the outside world like? Has the revolution succeeded? Are the people happy? Are they smiling joyfully?" Kime opens his eyes slowly and just barely beneath the shade of his hand. As far as he can see, the ground is covered in bodies. The corpses of royal troops and revolutionary troops are heaped on one another, and countless civilians are dead. A mother lies dead with her small child in her arms, the bloody corpse of the child's father next to them, arms outstretched in a vain attempt to shield them. "Tell me what you see, Kime." Kime fights back a sigh and says, "You must work from now on to build a happy society." The old revolutionary senses the truth. "I won't abandon hope, Kime, no matter what," as if to say, "I know that." Kime nods and begins to walk away. "Where are you going?" "I don't know. Someplace." "Why don't you stay here and build a new world with us? You of all people can do that, I know." "Thank you, sir, but I'll be moving on just the same." The old revolutionary does not try anymore to hold Kime back. Instead, as a parting gift, he repeats for Kime the words he spoke so often in his shell. "There will always be hope, wherever you are, until you yourself abandon it. Never forget that." Kime walks on. His eyes chance to light on the body of a young boy lying at his feet. The boy breathed his last with eyes open in fear. Kime kneels and gently closes the boy's eyelids. He knows deep down in a memory too far away for even him to reach, that while darkness can be a great source of terror, it can also bring deep and lasting peace. End. All right, that's a good one. The whole, not shielding your eyes reminds me of, prisoners who've been starving, and then, I guess it's a thing, right? If you eat too much, that can be a problem. So. One second here. All right. Let's talk.
Scared?
What do you mean?
Are you afraid?
Afraid? Yeah, I am. Of course I'd be afraid in a situation like this. And I tell you what, I'd be lying if I wasn't saying that I was scared of you as well.
I'm afraid too.
You're kidding.
He's my buddy. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were just surprised, to see the building. Well,
Do you think I'm a fool? That's Grandstand, Ura's giant magic engine. And we are already aware that there is a link between that thing and the recent meteor crash. What I want to know is exactly what caused it to happen. I suppose none of you know anyway. You're not spying for Ura, are you? Or maybe Ghost?
I'm telling you, we're just travelers.
come on, we're not spies. We don't know what happened. Come on, let us out of here.
Since when do ordinary travelers display such massive fighting skill?
We're simply travelers.
We have a great deal of skill in loosening obstacles.
General.
So that guy was walking like he had a stick up his butt, and this dude's name is kind of subordinate Buns. That's, I don't know, just something I noticed. That's all.
As we thought, current equipment won't be enough to repair the white boat. The damage caused by the electrical discharge is too great. According to the tech officer, we'll have to bring it back tomorrow and dock it for full repairs.
From what the tech officer says, there's nothing that can be done about it. We'll suspend the operation and return tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what's our figurehead doing now?
Her Majesty, sir? She's in her quarters. We've been hearing heartbeats from there for a while now.
The Queen in a place like this?
A figurehead? What's that?
How very refined. Well, if she loves music more than meddling, it makes things easy for me.
Yes, sir.
Time to prepare for departure. Inform the troops immediately.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Music over meddling? I don't think so.
Figurehead? They can't be talking about the Queen like that.
What's got you so angry?
That general's making a fool out of the Queen. Hey, what's this?
I speak from Her Majesty's voice.
Crap. Man, it makes me sick.
You're worried about the Queen? Aren't streetwalkers more your type?
Ooh, witty. No. Namara's what bothers me. Hey, what the hell kind of country is it? Sounds like a seafood dish. Hey, and you over there, are you somehow involved with Namara?
No. Not sure.
I'm sure. A glowing white monument in the sky.
Do you remember it?
It feels like my memory is returning, bit by bit. Yours should be too.
I get dreams.
When you were talking so bitterly a while ago, was it about the dreams?
Ah, so the dreams scare you.
Yeah. My memories seem to flood my dreams. Are they just dreams? Or are they my past?
All right. Let's see here. Ah, crap. This isn't working. You gotta be kidding me. If there's a way out of this, then tell me what to do already. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Just gonna switch to Jansen here. Hey, stop. Let me have that. Newsflash, we're still captured. What's this? A rat's nest? Ugh, get away from me, yuck. Oh, look at that. Give me that. Light lens. Ooh! Alright, I think that's that. There it goes. Something tells me we're going up. Cool. It's such a pretty boat. This must be the white boa.
Sounds like you just had a nightmare. Who's, Lyra? Must be some girl's name, huh?
I don't know. Just that it's very painful. Every time I have that dream.
I guess you really are remembering bits and pieces. You look like you don't want to remember. But it seems like the memories are starting to surface everywhere.
But there's no point in remembering them, is there?
I swear, Kai, you are such a pessimist. You know, a normal person would do anything to figure out who they were or where they'd been.
Maybe I want to cut myself off from the past.
You see, it's just like I said.
Just drop it.
What?
He can take his time and remember the past when he's ready. Can't you see? It's obvious that right now all it's doing is hurting him.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, ma'am. If Kyle hates his memories, guess I might not even have to use this. Listen. If either Kyle or Seth seem like they're starting to regain even a fragment of their memories, use this. What is it? Let's just say it's a magic energy crystal. Just throw it at them. That's all you have to do, and their memories will grow muddled and sink back into darkness. If it comes down to that, I'll triple your pay. Let me think about that. Okay.
What's that?
This? I got it from Morgan Gore. It's, what you might call being fair.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
Well, see for yourself. You use it like this.
So, in Keim's dream, it looked like maybe that Dark Knight thing was holding an item kind of like this little one that Gungora gave to Jensen. So, alright, I think we gotta throw this at this guy.
Is he dead?
You went that way. Bring it on.
Excuse me? Huh? What am I doing here?
What's with him? Has he forgotten his job?
He's temporarily lost his memory.
What is with the music?
Must be a magic energy crystal.
Gungora. So that's it.
He said he used it in pitch, and that guy was pitching it. What's going on?
This music totally reminds me of Mog's music from Final Fantasy VI.
You, sir, are a soldier. Act like one.
Okay. But how come?
Listen, we're just ordinary travelers. Remember? There was this misunderstanding. Yeah, and we got thrown this one. I hate to ask, but I have a hair appointment.
Don't I need permission? To release you guys?
Well, that's what you came here to do, right? You came here to let us falsely accuse prisoners. Those are your words, your lines. Out of the brig. It's obvious there was a mistake. I distinctly heard your boss tell you to come down and let us out. Hey, congratulations on the promotion. What? Oh, that's right. You slipped and hit your head. Yeah, it looks like you forgot your duty.
Okay. Embarrassing.
Jesus.
See that doohickey there? It's probably plugged into a magic engine. I don't know. Maybe it will open the door.
Yeah, okay, that's right. I'm sorry, you have to tell me how to do that job.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right, that is going to be it for this one. We're about out of time. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos.